You're a cop in everything but name.
Saving Gotham's not my job anymore.
You've never mentioned your mother before.
She's going to kill me.
Your mom escaped hell?
If so, she'll just run right back like a good mum.
I implore every citizen of Gotham, find Fish Mooney.
To think I let that punk live. A mistake we both made.
You just remember, penguins eat fish.
I have faith in you. In us.
When she gets her bearings, there's no telling what she'll do to get her revenge.
I want an army. An army like me.
I do this, there's no turning back.
No, there isn't.
So much punishment, so little time.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Gotham Season 3 trailer, let's break it down. I'm also going to explain what's going on. They've announced like a couple really big characters from the comics like Harley Quinn are coming to the show. So I'm going to explain what's going on. So a couple big takeaways from this trailer. You probably saw Fish Mooney. She's back. For better or worse, it depends on how much you liked her character in Season 1, but now she's back, she's a metahuman, so they're just doing more metahumans on the show. That was the whole idea with the end of last season, is that a bunch of them escaped Arkham, so I think that was just like a story device for them to be able to crank up the craziness on the show, which I think is a good move for them. Like, it's always more fun when you focus on the villains, but the real king of Gotham, like they've kind of been teasing, is Jim Gordon this season, so I'm hoping we get to see a lot of him and Bullock, because Bullock kind of balances his tone out. Like, Ben McKenzie does a really good job of doing like the intense Jim Gordon, the really serious version of the character. He doesn't do so well when he tries to be super funny, so usually you need another character there to balance him out. He's like the straight man. He's the one that reacts to all the craziness. He's like, I can't believe all this shit is happening in Gotham. Would you look at all these metahumans running around? But the other big news is that the Bruce Wayne character is going to be developing his kind of douchebag, rich, preppy persona. Like when he's driving around in Lambos with models hanging off his arms. He's going to be figuring that out this season. They said he's going to cross the line, and they're doing Court of Owls, so I imagine him doing a lot of the rich boy stuff is going to throw him into the world of the Court of Owls. Those are the ruling rich families of Gotham, so naturally he'd be out bumping into those people if he's throwing money around. So on top of that, Hugo Strange looks like he's behind bars, as is the Riddler, who will both be moving closer to their comic book personas. The Riddler was teasing that he might get really close to the comic book costume this season, so he's already had some classic Riddler moments. Now he's just going to get closer to doing that all the time. So the other big news that a lot of you are asking about is Poison Ivy. They had a really young version of her that was hanging out with Catwoman, but now they've recast the role, and it's like this really sexy older actress. So if you remember Pamela Isley from the animated series, imagine her being more like that. I don't remember if they said that she's a metahuman already, or if we're gonna see her get her powers, but seeing a character get their powers from the comics is always a lot of fun, so I don't think that they would deny us that. So I think we'll get to see that play out over the course of the season, so that'll be interesting, but I'll be curious to see how they explain the recasting. And on top of that, they announced that they're doing Harley Quinn and Killer Croc in a future season, not this season, but in a future season. So in like season 4, season 5, they'll be able to do Gotham City Sirens. You can kind of see like the problem when they started the series. They started out with like a really young Bruce Wayne and a really young Catwoman. So they're both aging up, like young actors age up very fast. It's a big problem for TV shows, but it actually works in Gotham's favor because you want these two characters to age up to the point where they can be their fully actualized comic book selves. You want a version of Bruce Wayne that looks like he could put the cape and cowl on. So you want him to grow up as fast as possible, and you want Catwoman to keep pace with that so that they can do some of the more fun, relationship-y type things. You can't really do that with young actors, but you get a little bit older, they can get into all kinds of fun trouble together. So definitely looking forward to that. I would say, like last season, I wasn't super creatively satisfied with Gotham. I kind of dropped doing videos just because it wasn't really fun anymore, but anything can change, like any number of changes could turn that in the other direction. There's so many shows, like even Supergirl was kind of like that during season 1. So now that that's on the CW, they made a bunch of creative changes behind the scenes. It's going to be way more badass like they're doing Superman. And, and this is a Gotham video talking about Batman stuff. There's a rumor that Supergirl season 2 is doing Batwoman. That's unconfirmed, so I'm not going to hold my breath, but they're doing Batwoman's girlfriend from the comics. She's already on the show, so it makes sense that they would bring her in so that they could do Birds of Prey. So it seems like Gotham's working up to Gotham City Sirens with Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman, and we might see Birds of Prey on Supergirl Season 2. So all things being equal though, I do feel like they will be able to use the cape and cowl eventually, just because if Superman was previously off limits for TV, now the TV shows are totally doing Superman, they can probably open the door for Batman on Gotham, but I think that's a lot further off. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about sexy Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn coming on Gotham? I have no idea who they would cast, but I imagine that they would cast someone of the similar age to Poison Ivy. Someone who's a little bit older than the actors playing Bruce and Selena Kyle. And for those of you that are asking, I don't know if I'm going to be doing videos for Gotham Season 3. I'm probably not going to be doing week-to-week videos, but I totally do a video when they do something really, really big. So there will be a couple of Gotham videos this season, but probably not week-to-week. But if you guys didn't know, there's a bunch of other stuff happening this week. They're going to be dropping a whole bunch of Flash, Arrow, Supergirl Season 2, Justice Society news pretty soon. There's going to be a new Star Wars trailer, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. There's already been a bunch of news for some of the other shows too, so I'll try to get that out as fast as possible. So while you guys wait for all that stuff to post, you can click here for my Luke Cage trailer video. That's coming real soon. And you can click here to learn all about the next Superman movie that they're planning at Warner Brothers. So thank you so much for watching. Everybody, let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.